Hunter's Fury, how to, or how to Hunter's Fury. Right, this video actually comes about because it hurt my soul. On a previous video, I got a comment saying that Hunter's Fury is like one of the worst sets in the game, and for a variety of reasons. And this, it really hurt me. Not simply just because Hunter's Fury is one of my favourite sets and is probably my go-to solo set, but it really is, especially for solo, one of, if not the best set in the game for this playstyle. Now, typically, Hunter's Fury is used with shotguns and SMGs because it gives 15% weapon damage to both shotguns and LMGs. However, this doesn't actually mean that we need to tie it to these weapons. We can effectively use any weapon we want. 15% weapon damage, although it seems like quite a bit, it's only really comes into use once we really are at the lower end. So essentially, if you're going to put a bunch of blue cores on your Hunter's Fury build, then you kind of want to lean more into the shotgun and SMG. But once we start getting to 6 reds, or potentially even just using something along the lines of Memento, we're not really completely tied into it because we can just utilize expertise or a Fenris piece, Badger Tough, Overlord to help compensate or offset this very, very small deficit. That being said though, the 3-piece for Hunter's Fury is armor and health on kill. 20% armor, 20% health. Now typically when it comes to on kill talents, we want to get as much out of this as possible. And to do this essentially does mean that we need to go realistically full force into the Unga Bunga DPS. Unga Bunga DPS being the main phrase that is going to be popping up throughout this entire video. And the reason for this is, like I've just mentioned, is we have an on-kill talent. Effectively 2 on-kill talents already. 20% armor on kill, 50% health on kill. So putting things like blue cores into your Hunter's Fury builds is generally not a good idea. The reason being is, in order to capitalize on armor on kill, you need to get that kill as quickly, cleanly, and efficiently as possible. Sacrificing overall damage for this in any way can have a negative effect on the overall performance of the build. So, going full red is genuinely preferred. Now, we look at the 4th talent. Again, we don't need to tie ourselves into SMG or shotguns, but this is actually kind of where it's preferred, simply just because with both SMG and shotguns, they are close range, the vast majority of which have an effective range of about 15 meters. The 4-piece Hunter's Fury offers a 20% amplified damage buff to enemies within 15 meters. Brilliant. It will also CC enemies by use of Disorient of enemies that you have killed. So now we basically have 3 on-kill talents. We have the armor on kill, the health on kill, and now we have Disorient on kill within range. So we now need maximum damage as well as the capability to kill things quickly so that we can at least kill something while we ourselves are taking damage. Obviously here, utilizing a shield can be of benefit to help mitigate some of that damage, and this is also why I would recommend using something along the lines of Firewall specialization, because not only do we get a shield which helps protect us against damage, we also get a damage amplifier for every enemy that is in front of us, as that is just the secret benefit of having a striker's shield. That cone you see in front of you, every enemy in front of it will give you an amplifier on your damage. Now, learning to toggle this is going to be probably the most important part, and by toggle this, I quite literally mean is you need to swap to and off your shield, mitigating damage with the shield, and then face tanking it, relying purely on the armor and health on kill to actually keep you alive with the shield. The reason for this is you don't actually want your shield to be destroyed. You need it there to mitigate a bit of damage, but you also need it there for the damage increase so that you can get the kill as quick as possible. Essentially, when closing in on an enemy, you want to put the shield away, and when you're within range, you want to get the shield out so you can face tank them just that little bit more, get the higher damage so that you're able to get the armor on kill and the health on kill, and then preferably as well the disorient on kill. Now, when it comes to utilizing Hunter's Fury in the open world, it is preferable that you do know the spawn points. The reason for this is after you have dealt with the initial wave, you can immediately make your way to the spawn points so that you're able to, hopefully, get the first initial kill to kick off the disorient. The reason you want the disorient and why we rely on the disorient is because while the enemies are disorientated, they will not be shooting you. What this now means is, while they're disoriented, and you can get that easy kill to replenish as much as your armor as quickly and efficiently as possible without basically playing this weird 1 step forward, 2 steps back with your armor on kill and rotating your shield with directly face tanking with your armor. If you do struggle with something like this, going along the lines of utilizing a weapon with preservation is also going to be of use. That's another 10% armor on kill. Now, you can go for gunner as well to get yourself another 10% armor on kill, but really having Firewall for the striker shield is so much more powerful, especially now with the Hunter's Fury change, taking it from 100% health on kill to 50% health on kill. Utilizing something along the lines of Firewall now gives us 80% health on kill with 20% armor on kill, rather than having 30% armor on kill and 50% health on kill. Depending on the values you're going to go for, these could mostly even out, depending on the actual returns gained, but having a larger amount of health on kill at the moment, as health is tied to your one-shot protection, is generally actually more worthwhile. So, in summation, typically you do not want to go with any blues on your Hunter's Fury build. Where we're working with armor on kill or just on kill talents in general, going for any blues is just detrimental. Fully detrimental. That being said, something along the lines of Memento can be of benefit. It is entirely up to you on how you wish to play. However, if you do decide to put blues into your build, in order to actually get the most benefit from Hunter's Fury at this point, you are kind of locking yourself into utilizing SMG and shotguns, because that is obviously what the set is mostly there for. So, preferably no blues, but if you do blues, you want SMG and shotguns. If you do full red, you could use realistically whatever weapon you actually want. That being said, going for SMGs and shotguns is of benefit still, although not on the damage sense, more just the fact that Hunter's Fury works very well at close ranges due to its overall amplifying ability as well as the disorient, so having SMGs at close range, it just pairs nicely. Utilizing the shield to either draw in or get close is always a good option. However, do bear in mind that we kind of want to lessen the amount of damage that we take with our shield. So being able to tank the hits and then as we get closer, then pull out the shield is of benefit, simply because if we are going to be face tanking, that's where we need to be. We need to be in the face. That is the more important part. We can get armor back, we can get health back from killing. We don't want to be up close in person and then die. Secondly, being up close in person with a shield, particularly if we are using Firewall, we get the Striker Shield. This is an amplifier to your damage. This is just more damage, which theoretically does mean we're going to be getting the kill quicker, so we can mitigate a lot more incoming damage and benefit more from that armor on kill. Being up close and personal obviously gives us the more damage from the 4-piece Hunter's Fury as well, and it will also trigger the Disorient effect, allowing us to get even greater survivability. The Disorient effect is absolutely amazing. It is group wide, like 5 meters. It's pretty impressive in terms of overall CC, and it can actually be chained, although it can be pretty annoying to actually do. Top specializations for this will be Gunner for the armor on kill, and Firewall, preferably Firewall being the better option, simply because an extra 30% health on kill, as well as, again, that Striker Shield. And that just about does it for this video. Hopefully this helps you out with your Hunter's Fury builds. There's not really a lot to go over other than just be hard, fast, and aggressive. This really is a set that definitely benefits the more aggressive playstyle. Although, that being said, although a lot of people are going to look at this and go, oh, it's a run and gun playstyle, it doesn't lock you into it. You can move around and you can obviously utilize cover. The biggest hint of really how to play this is if they don't have the Hunter's Fury mark above their head, try not to shoot them. Obviously, this isn't always an option, or you don't have the option to pick and choose. Anyway, have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.